together, scoring together, rebounding together, defending together is really important. And threes are wild. They're averaging 18% from three in their 4 losses. Obviously, when they shoot from behind the arc, it opens it up on the inside. For Baylor, they've got to run. They want to beat Courtney Paris down the floor. That's one way to stop her. And defense will be huge for them. They are one of the best teams in the league defensively, holding opponents at 33% field goal percentage. They have held 3 of their last 4 opponents to 49 or fewer points. And by the way, Oklahoma is averaging 77 points, so it'll be a battle.
Well, the Bears will have a difficult time. The Sooners can shoot the lights out tonight. Lineups being introduced. We're back with a tip-off. This is OU versus Baylor, presented by Alltel. Welcome back to Waco, where we have just had quite the introduction for the Baylor Lady Bears, and it's time right now to look at the Sooners starting 5, brought to you by your Central Oklahoma Honda 5 Dealers Association. Honda, the power of dreams. For Oklahoma, Rush, Paris, Welch, Brown, and Higgins. Same starting lineup that Oklahoma used against Texas Tech at the Lloyd Noble Center in Norman on Wednesday night. The Sooners played very well in that ball game. Now for Baylor, Tisdale, Scott, Wabara, Morrow, and Young. And Patty, the Bears have juggled their starting lineup just a little bit here in conference play.
They certainly have. Well, they've got a couple freshmen that they have switched up. Jessica Morrow is starting right now, but Rachel Allison has gotten a few starts. Both of those players are averaging about 5 points a game. She's got some new players she's trying to get involved in the lineup. 300th
game for Sherry Cole at Oklahoma, 187 and 112. If you go back to just 1999, Sherry Cole's record, a very impressive 159 and 57. There's Kim Mulkey Robertson in her 6th season, coach of the defending national champions. That's a 78.2% win percentage. She is just 4 and 7 versus Oklahoma all-time in her career, and only 2 and 3 here in Waco.
Although the Baylor Bears have won the last 4 in a row.
It has been a series of streaks. Oklahoma does have the all-time lead at 14-8. The Sooners win the tip. The ball is knocked out of bounds, and Oklahoma will control here with 25 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Oklahoma, one of the most potent offensive teams in the conference. Baylor, one of the most potent defensive teams in the conference.
Harris flashed open momentarily. Rush's pass inside is knocked out of bounds. Still 14 on the shot clock. Welch, quick 3.
Oh.
It's good.
Well, that is great news for the Sooners. We talked about how important it is for them to establish that perimeter game early on. That will open up Courtney Paris on the inside.
Chelsea Welch has been a big part of the Sooners' success so far in the Big 12. Backdoor to Tisdale. Looked like the layup wouldn't go, but the sophomore from Austin gets the first points of the game for Baylor.
The other good news on that last offensive possession for the Sooners was that Chelsea Welch, 1-1 from behind the arc. When she hits her first one, she's usually on, and when she's having a good game, it's great news for the Sooners. How about the excellent passing from the freshman, Courtney Paris?
Good look at Leah Rush, has her shot blocked by Sophia Young, and the turnover goes to Baylor.
Well, Baylor's defense this year has just been amazing. They held Oklahoma State to 29 points and held Texas to 48 points. So in conference play, really doing the job on the defensive end.
Young, short.
And that's an interesting matchup. Leah Rush is going to guard Sophia Young to free up Courtney Paris a little bit on the defensive end. Leah Rush, who had a great night defensively against LaToya Davis, and that big win over Texas Tech at home on Wednesday.
The Bears really sagging off Brittany Brown, similar to what Texas Tech did on Wednesday. Brown gets it inside to Paris anyway, and you can forget about it.
Hey, one-on-one, you cannot stop Courtney Paris. That is a great pass inside by Brittany Brown. Little spin move. Well, she's got great hands, Mark. Great hands and nice touch.
It looked like Tisdale may have dribbled that one over her head, and it ends up being a foul on the Bears, on Angela Tisdale, her first foul. Let's take another look, Patty, at Courtney Paris in the lane.
Well, look at this. That is a tough catch over the shoulder, off the glass. Get her fired up early.
The double comes. Brown operating in there with about 10 feet. Leah Rush hard off the back iron, and there is Wabara for the board. Tisdale, and she carried the basketball. No, we're gonna have a foul.
Wow, I missed that.
Foul is on Brittany Brown. That will be Oklahoma's first personal on Brittany Brown.
Well, and we can see already that the Bears are trying to push the ball up the floor. And Texas Tech wanted to do that too. Not as successful as they would have liked, but
Scott from way downtown. It's good. 5-0.
Well, that's big for the Bears. Scott is the leading three-point shooter for Baylor, but they just don't shoot, nor do they make a lot of threes.
Look at that pass. Inside of Brittany Brown, but she has her shot blocked. And there is Sophia Young once again for Baylor.
That's one thing Baylor is very stingy with. They do not give up points in the paint.
Backdoor cut. Courtney Paris gets the rebound. Both teams having a little bit of trouble from close range so far. Not so much from downtown. Rush picks up her dribble. Fakes the three. Now back to Brown. She'll cue it up from downtown. It's no good, but Oklahoma gets the long board.
Both these teams, excellent rebounding basketball teams.
Tough shot for Erin Higgins.
Hey, how about Erin Higgins now off the dribble, something she really worked on over the summer, has really improved her game. One of the best three-point and has the deepest range in the conference from behind the arc, but now can put the ball on the floor and create even more havoc.
That's just difficult to get your body under control to hit that shot. Another three is no good, and there is Courtney to clean the boards.
Well, Baylor's going to probably take more threes than usual with Courtney Paris and Leah Rush inside.
Backdoor lob inside for Courtney Paris, and good defense from the Bears. Angela Tisdale is able to wrestle it away, and here she comes into the front court. Left wing, nice pass to Sophia Young, off glass and go.
That's good ball movement by Baylor, good interior passing.
7-7. Paris has Labara sealed.
And you can see Baylor right now is playing Courtney Paris one-on-one, and then they are doubling down after the catch. And you know what? Sometimes that's too late.
That's an amazing shot. The spin and a little bit of a flop. No call. The Sooners back up on top by 2, 9-7. Tisdale with a little push. Sooners bench wants the call, but no harm, no foul.
You know, we remember how physical that game was against Texas Tech. This one's going to be a banger as well.
Young now has 4, and we're tied up again at 9. Welch. Higgins and Rush on the same spot. Quick hands by Shamika Scott. 2 on 3. She'll take the jumper, and it's good. She's got 5, and not good news for the Sooners, Penny. When Shamika Scott hits double figures, the Bears are 24-1.
And that's a tough shot. Stop and pop.
She is halfway there, and a turnover out of bounds off the hands of Courtney Paris. The Bears take over, and this crowd rises to its feet here in Waco. Bears, at the first media timeout, have the 2-point advantage. Kim Mulkey-Robertson talking to her squad. UPS is a proud sponsor of Sooner women's basketball. UPS, what can Brown do for you? This is OU versus Baylor, presented by Altel. Welcome back. Show your Sooner pride every day, not just game day, with a free OU check card from Bank of Oklahoma. As Oklahoma's leading bank, BOK is proud to support the Sooners. Stop by BOK today and get your free OU check card and free checking account. Shreveport, Louisiana Evangel Christian High School is known as a football factory, but perhaps its greatest athlete that has ever produced. Sophia Young, the 6'1" senior here at Baylor, averaging 21 points per game.
21 points, 10 rebounds. She has 52 career double-doubles, which is good for second in the Big 12. Just a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal player. And, you know, when I talked to Sherry Cole yesterday, she said, Sophia Young is going to get her points. She cannot stop her. We can't let everyone else get their 6 and 8 points. And she also said, Shamika Scott kills us every time. We got to shut her down.
Abiola Wabara, the 6-foot junior, with the floater in the lane and the kind roll. And the Bears have the largest lead of the game at 13-9. Substitutions for Oklahoma. Laura Andrews into the game. Leah Rush, tough follower.
That is her shot now on the baseline. That little fall away. And that makes her so tough to defend. She is 6'1", and she's a great inside player. In fact, last year she was the dominant inside player for the Sooners. And this year does a little bit of inside, a little bit of outside.
New entrant into the game for Baylor is Jasmine Player. Shot blocked by Courtney Paris. Swatting that away from Sophia Young. And the Sooners turn it over. Brittany Brown, 2-on-2 for the Bears. Layup is good by Shamika Scott. She leads all scorers now with 7, and the Bears back up 4.
Well, that's the running that we were talking about in the open. Baylor is athletic. They love to run, and it's amazing. Teams that run oftentimes are not high in the defensive statistics because it speeds up the pace of the game. Baylor is able to run and play great defense and hold their opponents, and we talked about lower to 48 points a game.
Turnover for the Sooners is their 4th here in the very early going. Chelsea Welch shuffled her feet. And we've seen Sherry Cole try to post Chelsea Welch up on smaller players, but Tisdale held her ground inside.
Sooners now back in a 2-3 zone. Sherry Cole said they'd switch it up defensively. They've got young guards in there. Tisdale's just a sophomore, so they're going to try to keep her off balance so far. Baylor has risen to the challenge.
The Bears are hot. 18-11, they lead.
Mark, they're shooting 64% from the floor, taking great shots and hitting them.
And here's a good look again at Angela Tisdale. Spotted up, no one near. And that got nothing but net.
And she's a 29% three-point shooter. This is not a great three-point shooting team. So the fact they have come out of the gates, they are 2 of 3. Not a good sign for the Sooners.
Tisdale is a creator. She is 2nd in the conference in assists. There you see the outside shooting. 66% for the Bears. Kendra Moore into the contest for Brittany Brown. And she loses it. The 5th turnover for the Sooners. Another 2-on-1. Tisdale draws contact from Andrews, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Oklahoma not in any type of offensive rhythm so far.
Here's another look.
And credit the Baylor defense. Boy, this defense is stingy. They get hands in the passing lanes. They have great help defense. They're chasing down loose balls.
9 roll at the free throw line from Tisdale, shooting 71.9% on the year. Her high this season came against UCLA on November the 18th, 23. 2nd is no good. Courtney Paris is there to yank another rebound down. She's already got 3 on the night. There's a kick ball. Sooners just look a little tentative on offense, Patty.
Look a little tentative. And they are now because they came out of the gates, turned the ball over a couple times. So now they're more, they already have 6 turnovers. So that's kind of set you back on your heels. They need to relax, get back in the rhythm of their offense. Sherry Cole talks a lot about cadence and rhythm in offense, and Oklahoma has none right now.
Harris yanked the rebound down. We have a loose ball, and Baylor comes away with it. We're going to have a foul. It will either be on Leah Rush or Kendra Moore.
Now, that's one thing Sherry Cole talked about when she said play together. She also said, you know, we have to take care of the things that we can take care of on the road. We have to chase down loose balls. We have to get in defensive position for rebounding. You know, we have to take care of ourselves, and right now, Oklahoma's not doing that.
All right, very aggressive play from Angela Tisdale. She is setting the tone for the Bears on the offensive end of the floor, and she is into the lane to draw another foul. Here's a look at it as gets right in there, feels Kendra Moore on her shoulder, and did the right thing.
Well, the Sooners, haven't seen them look this out of sync, and this is a team that knows how to play on the road. I mean, they've played 5 ranked teams. They've played tough competition. They've been on the road at Pittsburgh, in the pit at New Mexico twice. At Missouri State, they played at UConn, Iowa State, Ohio State. So credit Baylor, because this is an Oklahoma team that knows how to play on the road, and they shoot the ball really well on the road.
Kendra Moore snuck away from Shamika Scott, and she's on the board, cutting into the Baylor lead. Now 21-13, under 12 to go here in the first half. This crowd is loud here tonight. Baylor Lady Bears enjoy great support at home, but Oklahoma has won twice in the pit, as you talked about, 13,000 at one of those games. And the foul inside will be on Leah Rush. It is her 2nd foul. You see the Sooners go to the bench. And the crowd is on its feet here again at the Farrell Center. Good look at the backdoor cut to Kendra Moore. You're watching Sooner Women's Basketball on the Sooner Sports Network. Welcome back to Waco, Texas. Sooner Basketball is brought to you by Ford and your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Baylor is shooting the ball the best right now, as you see Leah Rush with 2 personal fouls. Patty, she had a big game here in Waco last year, scoring 26 points. She is the only player other than Courtney Paris to lead the Sooners in scoring, but she's going to have to take a rest here for a while on the bench with those 2 persons.
Well, and the thing that you don't really notice on the stat sheet, she's guarding Sophia Young, and Sophia Young is 1 of 3, only has 2 points. And just a couple rebounds, and Leah Rush's job was to keep Sophia Young off the board. She's a great rebounder. So that hurts the Sooners. The other thing that hurts is everyone else is stepping up, hitting big shots.
Jessica Morrow, the freshman, hits on the out-of-bounds play. Sooners bring in Ashley Paris to replace Leah Rush. So now they'll go with Moore, the Paris twins, Chelsea Welch, and Laura Andrews. Inside Welch, posted up, and it's on the much taller Wabara, so nothing doing there.
Notice every time the ball goes inside, they are double and triple teaming.
And a foul will be called on Tisdale of the Bears, and that is her 2nd personal.
Well, that helps Oklahoma. That's great hustle by Kendra Moore. Take a look. She stayed, got the steal, and then was fouled. Now Tisdale has to sit down. That's huge. She's leading all scorers with 8 points. She's got 2 assists. So that's a big break for the Sooners.
Courtney Paris gets free and 1. Good ball screen to come off. Courtney Paris catches and converts.
Well, the freshman Jasmine Player just off the bench. Not sure how to handle Courtney Paris coming at her, and fouled her, gave her the bucket and 1.
Free throw rolls off, and Morrow gets the board for Baylor. On the floor for the Bears player, Morrow, Young, Wabara, and Shamika Scott. Sooners changing up the defense once again.
Look at that defense by Courtney Paris.
That will be traveling, and the Bears turn the basketball over.
Great defense. Good call by Sherry Cole, the young freshman point guard in the game. She keeps switching up the defense. They're trapping as players pick up the dribble, but look at Courtney Paris, 6'4", out front, getting down low, causing trouble on the ball.
That's some tremendous energy. Sooners, there you see the key. So far, Oklahoma turning it over. That's been the difference in the ball game. With 7, substitution for the Bears. Jordan Davis, a senior tri-captain, is into the game. Contact.
Courtney Paris will not be deterred. I mean, when she gets her hands on that ball, the other thing is she's not selfish. I mean, she had 4 assists the other night. She's a great passer, but I'm telling you what, she is not afraid to take the ball to the basket. She's not afraid to turn around when people are hanging on her.
Her first free throw is a little hard. It's no good. Aaron Higgins is back in the ball game for Laura Andrews. We'll get a breather.
Courtney Paris, only a 55% free throw shooter. But you know what? It helps the Sooners, whether she hits them or not here. It's getting Baylor in a little bit of foul trouble. They'll have to be thinking about their defensive strategy.
Sooners are back in a man-to-man. Scott inside to Young. Tough shot up. First 6th point of the night. Very athletic.
As Young showed a little bit of what she can do there. She's so much improved this year after an All-American season last year. She really worked on her perimeter game, and she's comfortable shooting it from even 15 feet out. There we saw a little 12-foot fall away.
Ashley Paris fighting for the rebound, and will go out of bounds off of Baylor. Higgins lobs it in for Ashley Paris, who didn't like Wabara coming over her back. All right, that's Courtney, and out of bounds, and it's a block on Wabara. The crowd is upset.
That is a smart play by Courtney Paris. She went right at her because it was a foul before on the pass in that did not get called. A lot of times when that happens, officials will make the next call they can make. So Courtney took it right at her.
The Bears have rapidly picked up some team fouls. Just 2 minutes ago, they only had 1. Now they're at 5. Kendra Moore inside, drops it back off to Ashley Paris. Half hook spin is no good, and there is Young for the board. Here come the Bears. Morrow, 2-on-2. Driving on Welch, she loses it, and Oklahoma gets the basketball.
What a spark Kendra Moore has been off the bench in this game. We talked Wednesday night about Kendra Moore and Brittany Brown kind of sharing responsibilities and duties at the point, and when one of them isn't there, the other one's always picking up. Kendra Moore has been a real defensive spark here tonight.
And a careless turnover. Welch is not there for the pass from Higgins, and that's certainly an unforced error, one you don't need.
Sooners cannot afford things like that on the road here. Hostile environment. They really have to take care of that basketball. Already have 8 turnovers.
And this will be a foul on. It's a double foul, I think. Courtney Paris. I'll check and see. That foul is going to be on Ashley Paris for Oklahoma and Abiola Wabara for the Bears. I didn't see the contact underneath to call for the double foul.
Yeah, I missed that. But it just goes to show you double fouls, physical play.
Morrow drives. No good. Paris with the rebound. Here comes Kendra Moore. Chelsea Welch is spotted up. Moore has it stripped, and there's another turnover. Oklahoma's 9th of the first half.
Courtney Paris is such a presence on the court at all times.
Look at Kendra Moore take the ball away from Jordan Davis and get the layup. Great hands by the Sooners leader in steals. Kendra Moore has 4, and this crowd is really lathered up now.
This is a game. I'm telling you what, emotions are high. Fouls are called and not called.
Jamaica Scott just went to the floor. Look at Young takes that down, and Chelsea Welch got the business end of Sophia Young, but she will pick up the foul. Watch this play. Kendra Moore just taking advantage of Jordan Davis, a little lapse in concentration.
That was a great no call. I mean, Kendra Moore got a clean hand on the ball. Now, when Davis went after her, she kind of flew out and tried to get a body on her, but good defense by Kendra Moore.
Sherry Cole is really working Melissa Brown, the official on the far side of the floor. I don't think we've been signaled in for play yet. 1-1 will come up here, an opportunity for Sophia Young. And if there is a chink in her armor, it is from the foul line.
Yeah, 59% free throw shooter.
No good, but Wabara tips it, and it goes out of bounds. Oklahoma takes over.
Sooners hanging in, down by 7. 9 turnovers. They definitely want to take care of the ball, try to get some momentum going here offensively.
An 8-point deficit is not bad considering the turnovers 9 and considering the Bears are shooting 62% from the field. All things considered, you got to like your chances there. Courtney Paris, shot no good. Loose ball, fought for, out of bounds, off the Bears.
Notice the Baylor defense. They are matched up man-to-man. It's a sagging kind of defense on the perimeter because they are dropping down whenever the ball goes in the interior, in the paint, no matter who gets it, especially Courtney Paris.
Brown being guarded by Jordan Davis, out of bounds play, and the 3 would have counted, but an offensive foul on Courtney Paris, who set a huge pick.
Well, she just didn't get there quick enough. They're saying
Ashley Parrott. Well, that's going to be, no, they called it on Courtney. It's her first. The PA, I think, made a mistake here. So each of the Paris sisters have 1 foul.
And that hurts because Aaron Higgins drained that 3. Oklahoma could have used that.
Davis has it picked off by Courtney Paris. Great anticipation in the steal. Higgins to Ashley Paris.
And Courtney Paris is showing why she is one of, if not the best low post players in the game. She plays big in big games. I mean, she's big every single night. Her numbers are huge, but this is a huge game.
Davis threw the ball for Wabara, and it went off of the hands of Brittany Brown. Sherry Cole's Oklahoma Sooners here 25-17. They trail 7:24 to go in the first half. Sooner basketball is brought to you by Bruno's Home Furnishings, Northwest 36th and Western. Furniture that fits your personality. This is OU versus Baylor, presented by Alltel. Welcome back. The OU Physicians Group is a proud sponsor of women's basketball. With 400 doctors, OU Physicians offers nearly every adult and child specialty. For more information, call 405-271-2222. 25-17 is your score here. Turnovers for Oklahoma, 10, and points off for Baylor, 12. You can see why the Bears are shooting such a high percentage. They're converting those Oklahoma mistakes into points.
Oklahoma has got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, but you got to credit Baylor. Baylor comes into this game being one of the best defensive teams in the conference.
Player looked like she may have taken steps, but no call. Good pressure defense by Brittany Brown. Young throws up a wild shot, but Wabara was there to get the rebound. Laura Andrews is the guilty party. Her second foul, and it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Baylor.
Fouls piling up the way they are. Oklahoma already with 9 team fouls with 7 minutes to go left in the first half. This could definitely be a problem, especially in the second half, in the last 10 minutes or so.
Wabara misses the front end of the 1-and-1, but Young is there to get the rebound. Ball's loose again. Andrews hustles for it on the floor, and a jump ball is called.
That's good hustle by Andrews. Sherry Cole wanting a foul on that.
Boy, Sherry Cole is really upset. A substitution. Tisdale comes back into the game for Player. Remember, she has those 2 personal fouls. While she was in the contest, she was a big factor for the Bears.
A huge factor. 8 points, 2 assists. 2 of 2 field goals, 1 of 1 from behind the arc. Couple of free throws.
Young from 15, nothing but net for Sophia Young. She's got 8.
She is such a great shooter. She elevates. Courtney Paris is right there, but Young jumped right over the denial.
Extended minutes here in the first half for Ashley Paris with Leah Rush on the bench. Tough pass and a foul inside. Courtney Paris did a nice job just to get her hands on that pass, and she's going to go to the free throw line. The Sooners are now in the bonus.
I think one of the best things Courtney Paris brings to the floor, and she's got a lot of great things, are her hands. Her ability to get out and catch the ball.
And that foul is on Rachel Allison. We have a timeout on the floor here with 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go. And here's the Sooners bench. You see Leah Rush there, who's sitting out now with 2 personal fouls. Sherry Cole really working the officials.
She's working him. She thought that foul on the other end. When Laura Andrews went down for that loose ball, she thought that was a foul. She thinks it's physical. And she does not think the fouls are even enough right now.
Talk about value. Try Taco Mayo's choices by the dozen. For a limited time, get 12 items for only $10. Mix and match 9 different menu items any way you like. Feed your family or the entire ball team. Taco Mayo. What are you waiting on? We're just about set to get back underway here. Baylor shooting 61%, 11 of 18 from the field. The Sooners are 8 of 18. And Sherry Cole's discussion continues with Eric Bruton. And I think she is finally satisfied. Courtney Paris at the free throw line, where she struggled this evening. She's missed both of her free throw attempts. Actually, she's 0 for 3.
Well, this might be a strategy for teams as the season progresses. I mean, she's literally almost unstoppable when she gets the ball down low, unless you absolutely hammer her or foul her on the catch. And putting her on the line might be the only way to stop her.
See that look of determination on her face. Does not look happy with the way things have gone here in the first half. Sooners down 10. Free throw is hard off the head of Shamika Scott, and back in possession of the Sooners. Boy, the Bears really sagging in deep now. Laura Andrews tries a long 3. Paris is there for the board and the putback.
And that's Ashley Paris, by the way. who also has had a great freshman season for the Sooners. She averages about 20 minutes a game, and she's second on the team in rebounds. And she's got a couple of double-doubles of her own.
15 on the shot clock for the Bears. The freshman Morrow inside to Sophia Young. And it's blocked, or that's Wabara, excuse me, and Courtney Paris sends it right back at her.
Well, she's got such great size, 6'4". No one comes even close. Take a look. You know, I think she adds at least 2 to 3 feet with that wingspan. Mark, what do you think?
It's very powerful. Strong inside. Coming off the 7 blocks against Texas Tech. Brown will take a 3 in rhythm. Good look, and Brittany Brown makes the Bears pay for sagging off her.
That is only her 6th three-pointer of the season. And that is a big one. Oklahoma on a mini run here.
Trap, Morrow to Young. Left corner again a trap. Sherry Cole wanted to walk. Shamika Scott short. And there's Brittany Brown, the smallest player on the floor right now, to get the rebound. Coming hard the other way, finds Higgins. Could be a 2-point game. And Higgins has her second 3 of the night, and the Sooners are on an 8-0 run.
Remember, this Sooner team, they have played the toughest schedule of any team in the Big 12. They have played 5 ranked teams, more than any other team in the Big 12. And we talked about their tough road schedule. These players, they're warriors. They're ready for this game.
And just like that, a couple of back-to-back threes get Oklahoma right back in the contest. There you see Sherry Cole talking with Ashley Paris. One more time, Brittany Brown. No one out to guard her. She steps up and hits the shot. And then Brown also involved in the next 3-point play, the pass to Higgins. And she looks like she's really feeling it tonight.
Higgins and Brown on both those 2 plays, working together.
27-25, the Sooners are now up to 50% and 50% from behind the arc, 3 of 6. Baylor, 2 for 4, also 50%. One of the stats that we mentioned earlier in the game, Baylor is 8-0 this season when they shoot the higher percentage from behind the arc than their opponents. One key to watch.
OU is on an 8-0 run to get them right back in this ballgame.
Scott. That's the 3. The Bears' third of the night. And they push it back up to 5.
Reigning national champions on their home floor. That is a big bucket.
Brown off the confidence of the last make. Missed the shot, and here comes Tisdale. Coast to coast, has it swatted by Higgins, and then she loses it out of bounds. And grimaces as she got the block, but just couldn't contain it. Let's take one more look at the great defense here by Aaron Higgins. Blocked it with the left hand and then lost it out of bounds off of her head.
Good hustle back. Baylor's, continuing trying to get those points in transition.
Boy, Wabera is in some pain as she hit the deck. Fouled by Ashley Paris. Ashley Paris is now the 3rd Sooners player to have 2 fouls with 4:24 to go in the first half.
Sooners need to hang on at least till halftime with the fouls. We'll see if they'll switch it up and maybe go back to a zone.
Wabara gets the kind roll. She is from Parma, Italy. Played high school basketball in Italy. Made her way to Central Texas for a collegiate career. 3 points on the evening. Bears back up 6. Courtney Paris through a double team, and she traveled too many steps. Young kind of backed away and caused Courtney to lose her footing.
You don't see that too often. Actually, it was a triple team. Take a look. She's got 3 of them. Actually, 4 Baylor players are right an arm's length away, and that time just kind of lost her footing, as you mentioned.
Battle inside. Courtney has 6. Sophia Young 8. But it's Shamika Scott and Angela Tisdale that have done much of the damage for Baylor.
Take a look at the matchup now with Young. Laura Andrews. Definitely undersized at 6 foot.
Too many steps for Wabara, and it's a turnover for the Bears. A little overzealous trying to penetrate in the lane. There you get a good look at Sophia Young. Another double-double tonight will pass Kendra Wecker for second in Big 12 history. You are watching Sooner women's basketball on the Sooner Sports Network. Welcome back. Here is a game reset. Oklahoma trails by 6. And the fouls, you see Oklahoma with 10 team fouls. Leah Rush, Ashley Paris, Laura Andrews all have 2 for Oklahoma here in the early going.
We're going to be watching those fouls. That could play a major impact, especially in the second half. Baylor Bears have cooled off just a little bit, shooting 55% now, and they've turned the ball over 7 times. OU's turned it over 11 times. They're shooting 48%, so things are evening out here as the game progresses.
A couple other scores for you tonight in the Big 12. Texas Tech defeated Nebraska at the United Spirit Arena in Lubbock, 61-59. The final there. Missouri with a lead on Texas A&M, 9-8. That game with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Iowa State and Colorado will tip off tonight at 8 o'clock, and a couple of games tomorrow in the conference. Brown, Welch, Andrews, Courtney Paris, and Erin Higgins. Good look from Paris to Higgins. She is swarmed under and is tagged for 3 seconds in the lane. And there with the trees. That
Baylor defense, their interior defense is phenomenal. I mean, they drop down, double down. They're playing defense on the perimeter, but they also, it's like they always have a foot in the lane, and whenever the ball goes in the lane, they are going to force teams to beat them from the perimeter.
Erin Higgins kicks the ball. Shot clock will reset. 30 seconds. 3:27 to go in the first half. We can update that Missouri A&M score. A couple of teams that playing very well in the conference. The Aggies up 24-23 on the Tigers. Great catch by Young. Shot won't go. Paris has the ball taken away by Shamika Scott, and she throws one up and in. She's got 12, the lead score.
Sherry Cole said the X factor for Baylor is Shamika Scott. She plays so big against Oklahoma every time, and she's coming up huge tonight. 12 points, 5 of 7 shooting.
Look at that. That's a tough shot from Chelsea Welch. She's got 5. Put it up over a defender to bring the Sooners back within 6. 2:55 to go in the first half.
Chelsea Welch, who as a freshman was co-Big 12 Player of the Year, has the potential.
Morrow with the 3 has it sent right back at her by Courtney Paris. And the Sooners get the basketball. Another block for Courtney.
Boy, she is so tough inside. And as we were talking about Chelsea Welch, she has the ability to take over a game offensively. Actually has been warming up. She's averaging 16 points in 4 of their last 5 games.
Higgins inside the Welch. She draws the double team. And then Welch loses it and gets it right back. Shot clock is now under 9. Brown dribbles in and hits the shot just inside the arc, and Oklahoma pulls within 4.
Brittany Brown coming up big offensively. Kendra Moore came in and was a great defensive spark. Brittany Brown having a nice offensive game. She's got 5 points. She had 9 points against Texas Tech on Wednesday.
Morrow throws the ball away, and the Bears have their backs turned. Brittany Brown's coming up the floor. Now dribbles back out. We'll reset the offense here with 1:56 to go. Very balanced scoring for Oklahoma tonight. Good look inside. Courtney Paris, she is double teamed. Tisdale with 2 fouls, being guarded by, or guarding Welch, and Brown caught the ball too close to the end line. And the Sooners commit their 13th turnover of the evening.
That's a wasted opportunity. You know, they held Baylor, they forced a turnover on the other end, and they want to come down and make something happen. When you're down, you can't trade buckets. You have to get a defensive stop and then convert on the offensive end.
Long shot, one iron, no good. Rebound, Wabara, and she and Brittany Brown are going to, there you go to Fifth City here.
Oh, my. Emotions are high tonight. That made me chuckle a little. Brittany Brown did not back down there. Look at the size difference here. Hey, she brings the ball down, and Brittany stays right there. And that's a great job by Brittany Brown, sneaking in the backside.
Kim Mulkey-Robertson sends Jasmine Player back in for Angela Tisdale with the 2 fouls as things get a little chippy on the floor. Right there, you see Player in the face of Chelsea Welch, tips the ball out of bounds.
Boy, notice the defense, both teams, very aggressive, very physical. Baylor's using the same technique that Texas Tech used. Whoever's guarding Brittany Brown or Kendra Moore is just backing off. How about that?
Another offensive rebound. She leads the conference in offensive rebounds. Double team.
Oh, my goodness.
There's the unselfishness that you talked about.
How did she see that? You know, in reading the media guide, one of the opposing coaches said, I think Courtney Paris has eyes in the back of her head. And that is an example of that. She just has a sense, a court sense, a feel for the game. She knows when she's double teamed where it's coming from and where the open player is.
Jessica Morrow hits a tough shot to push the lead back to 4 for A&M. 30 seconds. There's a discrepancy of 4 on the shot clock in the game clock. And the noise level rises here inside the Farrell Center. Higgins left alone. Shot is too hard, and there's Courtney Paris to get the rebound again, keeping the possession alive.
Well, she's just has the biggest size and wingspan of anyone out there, and if the ball is anywhere near her, she tips it to herself. Incredible.
Brown, 1 second on the shot clock. Sooner tussle to get it off, and it won't go off the backboard. We have reached halftime here in Waco. It has been a very exciting first half. Oklahoma has to like where it sits. They're turning the ball over, but they are still very close. Courtney Paris having another impressive game inside. Sherry Cole's team will have to come from behind here in the second half if they're to win tonight to prove to 5-0 in the Big 12. You're watching Sooner Women's Basketball on the Sooner Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Farrell Center in Waco, Texas. The Bank of Oklahoma brings you this look at the Big 12. You're better off at BOK. The standings in the conference, Oklahoma can really take advantage of a win here tonight, going 5-0. Baylor 3-3, but an interesting note, Patty, this is the 3rd year in a row that Baylor has been 3-2 to start the conference season. Of course, last year 3-2 and then 14-2.
That's right, and they went on a little tear and you know, actually won the national championship. But I think if Oklahoma wins here tonight on the road, they will not be caught, you know, for the conference championship. I still think if they lose and trip up here on the road, they can still win it because Baylor's got to come to their place. And we talked about when you're in the top 3 or 4, you've got to protect your home floor. You've got to, and then you hope to steal 1 or 2 away, you know, throughout the year. Oklahoma has done a great job of that so far, getting that huge win at Iowa State and the big win at home against Texas Tech. This is a biggie tonight, and they've got to feel great about where they're at so far.
Welcome back after the amazing Christopher has entertained the audience here. The teams are going to have to step it up.
He entertained me too, by the way.
It was very entertaining. Let's look at the halftime stats brought to you by Oklahoma Farm Bureau. And some things stand out to me here, Patty, is a couple of leading scorers for each team that you would not have suspected earlier in the contest.
Well, both teams have done a great job with the battle of the bigs, you know, with Courtney and Sophia Young only averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds, but other people have stepped up. OU's got to feel great. Baylor's shooting 50%, and they're only down 4. Baylor is just, you know, lights out on the offensive end, 3 of 6 from behind the arc. They're doing a nice job on the free throw line, hanging in there on the boards, and with Oklahoma's 13 turnovers, that has created 14 points for Baylor. Oklahoma also had been in huge foul trouble. They had 3 players with 2 fouls. But they've had some other players step up. Look at that. Brown stepped up, 7 points. Courtney had 6. Welch and Higgins both had 5. They actually had 7 players score. Oklahoma did. Baylor, how about Scott stepping up with a big first half, 12 points, who Sherry Cole says always hurts the Sooners. But Tisdale, the sophomore, stepping up big with 8 points, and Young with 6, as we mentioned.
And again, the key stat is Shamika Scott. When she hits double figures for the Bears, they are 26-1 over her career. Baylor is used to getting that great production from Sophia Young. When Scott can give them points, then it is a big, big plus. We are about 5 minutes away from the tip-off of the second half here at the Farrell Center. You're watching Sooner Women's Basketball on the Sooner Sports Network. back here to the Farrell Center in Waco, Texas. Halftime score, Baylor 35, Oklahoma 31. We've got 20 minutes of exciting basketball left for you here. Want to take a look at one of the best plays from the first half. UPS bringing you the assist of the half. Proud sponsor of Sooner women's basketball presents our UPS assist of the half. And you said, Patty, that Courtney Paris has eyes in the back of her head as she found Brittany Brown.
Take another look at this. The help comes from the weak side, and she senses it. 15 player for Baylor should have dropped down to ball line and missed that. That was just an unbelievable play by Paris, though.
And a run to help get the Sooners back in it. Oklahoma trailed by 10 throughout much of the first half, but they have cut that margin to 4. We will take a timeout. We'll come back with tip-off here of the second half between the Sooners and the Bears at the Farrell Center. This is OU Women's Basketball, brought to you by the Sooner Sports Network. Welcome back. Oklahoma basketball is brought to you by Integris Heart Hospital, the official heart hospital of the Sooner Sports Network. Also, scores from around the Big 12 tonight brought to you by the Oklahomans. Texas Tech beating Nebraska by a bucket today in Lubbock, 61-59. Halftime just down the road here at College Station. Gary Blair's Texas A&M Aggies on top of the Missouri Tigers, 30-27, and Colorado and Iowa State just about set to get underway.
Texas Tech, big bounce back game. Nebraska going to make some noise in the Big 12 this year. And of course, Missouri's already making noise, but they are at the home of the Aggies, who are much improved under Gary Blair.
Quick shot by Abiola Wabera is hard off the backboard and no good. Sooners coming to the front court with the same lineup they started with tonight. Higgins, Brown, Rush, Courtney Paris, and Welch.
Remember, Leah Rush did not hardly play. She played 8 minutes in the first half with 2 fouls, only had 2 points.
Wow, big collision in the lane, and the foul will go on the Bears. Sophia Young. Let's look at this one more time.
I think Leah Rush got away with one there.
Looked like Young went over the back of Brown as Rush was going over the back of Young. So we'll work through that from the inside out. The Sooners will certainly take a foul on Sophia Young, the first of the half for the Lady Bears, her first of the game. Chelsea Welch has the ball stripped, but it goes to Leah Rush. Rush missed Courtney Paris. Brown steps up, takes a free throw line jumper, and it's no good. The Bears are really sagging off Brittany Brown here to start the second half.
Well, there really is no weak link. Oh, how about that?
Gravity. That's
good presence of mind by Wabara to stay with it on that. She had a rocket pass that she couldn't really handle, but she had to get her hands back on it.
Ball looked like it could roll out. Just rolled in. Higgins picks up her dribble. She's in trouble. Back to Brittany Brown. Still 13 on the shot clock. Paris working over Wabara, and she gets the roll.
Oh, my goodness. That, talk about strength. She was double teamed there and looked like might have had a little foul and was still able to knock that down.
37-33. Sophia Young can't let her catch it there with just one-on-one coverage. She's now got 10.
And you can see the difference in the games of these two potential Player of the Year candidates. Courtney Paris really plays just with pure brute strength down low.
And an offensive foul. Courtney Paris a little frustrated. Her second as she is tagged for throwing the elbow. We'll take one more look inside. Wabara posted up behind her. And that's a forearm shiver.
That's a great defense by Wabara. She dropped to the baseline because she had help coming from the high side. Baylor's really doing a great job with bringing help down.
Wabara does a smart thing, tries to take it inside to perhaps pick up the third foul on Courtney Paris, but she can do nothing with it as it blocked out of bounds. 13 on the shot clock. Tisdale will trigger it into Young. Misses the shot. Rush comes away with the board.
Well, the Sooners could certainly use more production out of Leah Rush. And, first of all, they're hoping she can stay in the ball game here in the second half, and there she does it.
Ask and you shall receive, Patty. A 3.
Well, she is so valuable to this team, and I think the fact that they stayed in the ball game with her on the bench for 12 minutes in the first half. Sherry Cole had to feel good about that.
Sophia Young answers back. Now a 62nd straight game in double figures for the senior forward for the Bears.
That in itself is incredible. 62 straight games. She does not take games off. She's also getting double and triple team and still finding ways to score.
Against a very, very difficult schedule, too. Chelsea Welch will try a three. Leah Rush is there to get the rebound, and a body underneath. Tisdale picks up her third foul.
Well, that's good news for the Sooners. Tisdale, and that shows you what Leah Rush is so valuable to this team. I mean, she came from the other side of the court to run that rebound down. Not only did she get a huge offensive board, created a foul.
Courtney Paris
on Tisdale, and how about Paris there with another biggie?
And she is into double figures with 10. Looks like that shot may have been close to being blocked from behind by Sophia Young. Tisdale drives into the lane. Sooners keep the basketball. Brittany Brown was close to being out of bounds, but maintained her poise and composure. She goes right to the rim in no man's land. She's going to have to hurry to get out of the lane. And 3 seconds is called, and it'll be a turnover for Oklahoma.
I like her aggressiveness, though. Trying to take it to the hoop, but you give Baylor credit. They got back down. They were there on defense.
41-38. Sooners have led in this contest, and it's been a while, though. An opening three by Chelsea Welch. Looked like Morrow may have taken steps, but her shot is no good. The Bears a little cool to start off the second half.
Well, and Oklahoma needs to take advantage of that. They're on the road, and they've been playing catch-up the entire game, except for the very beginning of the game, actually, when you mentioned they had the lead, but they've been playing catch-up.
Brittany Brown will take the three, left wide open. She's hit one tonight. She's now just 1 of 4 from outside. Tisdale, coast to coast for the layup. She's into double figures with 10, and another turnover, and Sherry Cole very frustrated on the bench to see the Sooners careless with the basketball, and Baylor pushes that lead back out to 5, 43-38. So the Sooners will try to regroup. As you get a good look at Tisdale for Baylor. This is OU versus Baylor, presented by Altel. Welcome back to Waco. Sooner basketball brought to you by Bruno's Home Furnishings, Northwest 36th and Western. Furniture that fits your personality. Sooners have already reached their average for the season in turnovers here with 15:27 to go in the game. 16. In Oklahoma, Patty, if you look at the other statistics, they're doing a lot of things well. Baylor is shooting at a pretty good clip, 51.4%. But Oklahoma's up there at 47%, and they're out-rebounding the Bears by 6.
Well, turnovers are the key here. I mean, it's amazing that they're only down 5 points, turning the ball over 16 times. There's still 15 minutes to go in the second half.
There you saw the three-point shooting. Oklahoma at one time was 3 of 6, and now 4 of 13. Kendra Morris checked into the game for Oklahoma. Other than that, the same starting lineup. Leah Rush goes after the basketball and out of bounds. Baylor thinks it's off of the Bears.
I think Leah Rush did too, but she just went ahead and handed the ball to the official. But that was great defense and excellent hustle by Leah Rush. She's showing now how valuable she is. She does a lot of little things, don't show up in the stat sheet.
Well, Barra not intimidated at all by Courtney Paris, but discretion would have been the better part of valor on that.
That's right. You know, did have to change her shot to try to shoot over Paris.
Great look from Chelsea Welch to Kendra Moore, and the Sooners are back within 3.
And that was big because that time they held Baylor, and they were able to go down and convert. They need to continue doing that. Stop getting defensive stops and converting on the offensive end.
Got a battle of 20s up top. Both Tisdale and Moore very quick. Young pops free off the screen, and Courtney Paris is there for the rebound. Sooners can tie or cut this to 1 on this possession. Well, inside, and the Sooners are bailed out on a foul.
The freshman Allison, and she is trying to play defense against a very veteran and seasoned Leah Rush, who can go inside and outside.
Harris lucky that she wasn't tagged for a foul. Hit Wabara after missing that shot. Here comes Tisdale.
She is so quick. She gets the ball up the floor in a hurry.
18 on the shot clock. Guevara shoots over Courtney Paris and out of bounds. Will go to Oklahoma. Chelsea Welch did a good job of putting a body on Rachel Allison. See a good look there at the freshman from Jonesboro, Arkansas. She started 3 times this year in her first season on campus.
Another chance for the Sooners to close the gap. Another defensive stop. Sherry Cole calling a play from the sideline.
Penetration. Paris backs in, scores, and one. Chance for the Sooners to tie.
So tough. She is so tough down low. You know, when I asked Sherry Cole to compare Courtney Paris and Sophia Young, she said you really can't compare them except that neither one of them can be defended one-on-one. And Courtney Paris there had 2 Baylor Bears on her, and she backed right in and kissed it off the glass. And the biggest plus there is that Sophia Young is headed to the bench with 2 fouls to take a breather and see if Oklahoma can make a little run here with her out of the ball game.
Scott gets it for 3. No good. Leah Rush there for the board. So here come the Sooners with a chance to take the lead for the first time since they were up 3-0 on Chelsea Welch, opening 3 of the game. Moore penetrates. No good, but Paris is there for the board, and the Bears need to get Sophia Young back in the game, or Courtney's going to control the paint.
Courtney Paris with her 9th rebound and 15th point of the ball game. Kim Mulkey-Robinson wants to talk it over.
The Sooners are up off the bench and celebrating as they've charged back in front, 45-43, and it has been Courtney Paris. There you see the wild shot by Kendra Moore, but picked up by the Sooners' talented freshman. You're watching Sooner Women's Basketball on the Sooner Sports Network. Welcome back. Time for Alltel's conversion of the game. Tonight's play is made by Kendra Moore. Great hustle with Alltel, you're part of America's largest wireless network, covering more of the country than any other company. Learn more about Alltel's network plans and phones at your nearest Alltel store. Alltel, proud sponsor of OU Athletics. Kendra Moore has really energized this Oklahoma team off the bench tonight with her defense.
She has had a great game. 3 of 5 shooting. She's got 6 points. An assist. She's taking care of the basketball. You're right. She has been an energizer.
Young right back into the contest. Threw one up over Leah Rush. Was fouled. Did not get the roll. And that is Rush's 3rd foul.
Fouls piling up for both teams. Leah Rush has 3. Not a good thing. But Wabara, Young, and Tisdale all have 2 for Baylor.
Young now has 15. Got to correct myself. Apologize, Patty. Oklahoma did have the lead at 9-7 with 15:33 to go in the first half, so it has been well over 20 minutes since the Sooners last had the lead. The Bears are evening it up. 45 apiece. Moore, Rush, Higgins, Courtney Paris, and Chelsea Welch for Oklahoma. Paris is double teamed. Gets out of trouble by finding Leah Rush up top. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Great pass by Leah Rush. Wabara fouls Courtney Paris. Her 3rd foul, and Courtney will go back to the free throw line.
And that, she got hammered. That's a great call by the official. Take a look here. She ended up hitting her shoulder. So that's 3 fouls on Wabara now. And I'm telling you, the issue's going to be down the stretch here. We're even Steven here. It's going to be which team can keep, you know, the most important players on the floor down the stretch. That's going to be the ball game.
Nice adjustment by the Sooners on offense, it seems to me, Patty. They're really getting the entry pass from the elbow. Kendra Moore and Leah Rush the past 2 possessions to find Courtney Paris.
It's a great point. They're getting better angles, and then Paris steps up and knocks down her first 2 free throws of the ball game.
Oh, a vicious pick on Kendra Moore by Wabara. Young double team, back to Scott. 3 is long, and Leah Rush is there to get the rebound in the corner. Sooners, one of the best rebounding teams in the country, 3rd in the NCAA in rebounding margin at 12.1 per game.
And Courtney Paris is a big reason for that, but this entire Sooner basketball team knows how to go crash the boards.
Welch 2. Scott back to Morrow. Her runner is no good. And here comes Oklahoma. Morrow goes down. And the Bears get a steal. Look at this action. Welch and Tisdale collide at half court. And we'll sort it out with the officials. Are going to call a foul on Chelsea Welch. I think the Sooners thought they were going to get a jump ball.
A lot of action there. You know what? And the Sooners got the ball on that play because of a great tip by Leah Rush underneath.
11 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the contest. There you see Chelsea Welch end up in a scrum at half court. Sooners lead by 2. This is OU versus Baylor, presented by Altel. Welcome back to the Farrell Center in Waco, Texas. Oklahoma on top of the 8th-ranked Baylor Bears, 47-45. Time for our Oklahoma Propane 6th man. Today's 6th man is Kendra Moore. She's got 6 points off the bench, has hustled, played good defense. Brought to you by your Oklahoma Propane dealer. Safe, clean, and dependable. You can always depend on propane and your propane dealer. Propane delivers. 25 straight victories inside this building for Baylor. On the line right now, that streak. You think you got an exciting finish coming up here, Patty?
Oh yeah, this one's going to go down to the wire.
It's a good look at Kendra Moore from Ardmore, Oklahoma. 5'5" junior guard. Baylor takes over possession here. 11:38 to go. Moore almost got another steal. Inside to Young. Half hook over Leah Rush. Finds the bottom of the net. We're tied at 47.
Sophia Young, one of the best low post players in the country as well. So it's a great matchup with Courtney Paris. The senior's been around, led her team to a national championship last year. Another player that really can't be defended one-on-one, and she has stepped up big here in the second half.
Higgins from downtown.
How about the patience of Courtney Paris, double teamed in the corner, didn't get razzled, didn't throw it away, was patient, found her teammate, Erin Higgins, coming to her. Nice pass, and that is a big 3 for Oklahoma.
Harris is not getting quite as good position in the lane underneath, but she is able to find teammates just as Sophia Young did. And Morrow brings the Bears back within 1. She's got 6.
Well, Young and Paris, they're mirrors of each other right now. Both of them getting double teamed, finding teammates, and hitting big shots.
Kendra Moore left alone, thought about taking the 3, now penetrates. Rush, nice pass into Courtney Paris. That's nothing you can do about it when it gets that deep.
And she is, you're right, when it's that deep, she just lays it over the top of the rim.
19 now for Courtney Paris, who is gone the entire way. Wabara posted up on her inside. And the foul is called. We'll see if it's on Paris or Welch. It is on Chelsea Welch, her 3rd. That will send Wabara to the free throw line for a pair. Wabara coming off one of her better games of the season. She played 38 minutes here and had a career-high 6 blocks against the Aggies on Wednesday night. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists in that game.
Well, Barra's only been shooting, on the year she's shooting 50% from the floor, but only 30% in Big 12 games. She's actually shooting 50% tonight, 3 of 6 from the floor.
Strange that you mentioned that, because the other side of that statistic is she had shot poorly from the free throw line outside of Big 12, but better in Big 12, 13 of 17. Coming in tonight, she makes her first. Second is no good. And off Courtney Paris, out of bounds. So a break for Baylor. They get to keep the basketball here with 10:07 to go in the game. Laura Andrews has checked into the contest for Chelsea Welch. Shamika Scott got it underneath. Quick hands by Erin Higgins. Tips the ball away from the Bears. And here comes Kendra Moore into the front court for Laura Andrews. Rush swings it back to Moore.
I think Moore missed a quick swing there. They should have gone around the horn. Erin Higgins was on the weak side, wide open.
And Kendra Moore shot that off the front iron. Sooners have not had the field goal production tonight from their point guard. Young posted up on Rush. Wabara with determination to the hole, and she draws a foul on Courtney Paris. And that is number 3.
You can tell they talked about that in the timeout. So last 2 possessions, the ball has gone right to Wabara, and she has put it on the floor and taken it right at Courtney Paris.
Wabara has excellent quickness. Paris perhaps getting a little bit of body, but looked like it was clean up top. And Wabara's free throw is no good. The Bears are struggling from the line.
They could be closing this gap here. They're 7 of 12.
First rest of the evening coming up for Courtney Paris as her sister Ashley checks into the game, and I would suspect that the under 8 media timeout, she'll be right back in the contest. Wabara, a high bounce, and free throw is good. Now a 1-point game, 52-51 Bears, or Sooners, excuse me, on top, 52-51. Higgins has it taken away, and here comes a 2-on-1. Tisdale to Scott. And a block. And this crowd has erupted here. Laura Andrews called for the block underneath the basket.
I think that's a tough call, but that's life on the road. Andrews, 2-on-1, did her job. I thought she was set. Take a look here. She came over. That's a close call, but that's what happens. Life on the road. Baylor Bears doing a great job of pushing the ball every chance they get in transition.
Looked like pretty good defense. 54-52 Baylor. Backdoor cut. Andrews in there in the land of giants. Rush is hammered by Jessica Morrow, and she will have the opportunity for 3 free throws.
And that is a good thing for the Sooners. Leah Rush, excellent free throw shooter, over 74%, and that's a 3rd foul on Morrow. So once again, the fouls piling up.
Rush, who we mentioned, 26 last year here in Baylor, and she perhaps more than any Sooner is pleased with the arrival of Ashley and Courtney Paris. It means that she doesn't have to do battle on the inside against some of the taller post players in the conference, but Sherry Cole still uses her to defend the best player for the opposition. She did it against Latoya Davis at Texas Tech, and she's doing it tonight here against Young. Ashley Paris gets a rebound, and it ends up being a 4-point trip for the Sooners.
Ashley Paris is she's 2nd on the Sooner team in rebounding. Look at that defense by the Sooners.
And Erin Higgins has picked up a foul. It's her 1st foul. Ball was all over the floor. It looked like Oklahoma may come up with a quick turnover. But Baylor is bailed out again here.
Take a look at Ashley Paris with the catch and the left-handed putback. And then I love the call by Sherry Cole on the make. Oklahoma switching up the defense.
Tisdale is 71.9% free throw shooter. Has 1 more coming. It's good. We're tied, 56-56. How close has this game been? Well, since the 15:33 mark, no lead has been bigger than 3 for either team.
Big key here in the 2nd half for the Sooners. Number 1, Leah Rush back in the ball game. She does a lot of things that don't show up in the stat sheet. And a better job taking care of the basketball.
Look at that hustle underneath. Kendra Moore and Shamika Scott both on the floor. We have stopped play for a second. Let's take one more look at it. Ashley Paris got it a little too hard. And the ball clearly out of bounds off of the Bears. And the official has come over to the scores table. Not sure what they're discussing here, Patty.
Yeah, unless there was some issue with the clock.
Shot clock, but that ball did not hit rim. So the shot clock is at 8, and that's where it should be. 22nd timeout for Sherry Cole, perhaps sensing that this is a very important possession in this game and wants a chance to draw something up here. They are going to move the shot clock back to 10 here. So Sherry Cole will diagram something for her team, sensing the need of a bucket. It's time for our Pizza Hut delivery of the game. Right now at Pizza Hut, get a medium 1-topping pan pizza for only $8.99 and load it up with Lover's toppings for just 25 cents more.
Chelsea Welch. How about Chelsea Welch? Wrap around the back here. Excellent anticipation. And Kendra Moore with the finish.
A reset, 8:30 to go. Sherry Cole has the play that she would like here. The Sooners will go with a stack of 4. Ashley Paris, Leah Rush, Higgins, Moore. And the inbounds play will be triggered by Laura Andrews.
A 3 by Higgins here would be huge. And there they are, running her off the screen. And they got it!
What a call by Sherry Cole.
How about that? Draw it up. And now great screen by Leah Rush. Erin Higgins nails it.
Higgins now over her average of 10. She's got 11. Young inside. Sooners can do nothing about that.
And I tell you what, Young, she shows her flashes of greatness. I mean, I think Courtney Paris is the best low block player we have seen. But Sophia Young has so many different skills away from the basket. Take a look here. Off the screen, Leah Rush, excellent position. Erin Higgins, you cannot give her any breathing room. Leah Rush should get an assist on that play.
She should get an assist and got a lot of contact, too. Higgins has that look of confidence tonight. When she releases the ball, you have an expectation of it going in. 3 of 5 from behind the arc for 60%. Even has 3 assists tonight. Sooners field goal percentage now at 50%. Baylor at 48.9. So the Bears have not shot the basketball as well in the second half as they did in the first. Sooners get the basketball here with 8:07 to go. Up by 1.
Well, Baylor hasn't got near as many transition baskets here in the second half. Oklahoma's done a better job. They had the quick turnovers early in the second half and has done a better job of taking care of the basketball and back in the ball game. Courtney Paris.
She's back in the lineup. 2-man game between she and Leah Rush. Nice move. She is fouled. And perhaps one of those times where it might have been better for the Sooners to play on. Her sister Ashley was there underneath the bucket. Wabara picks up the foul, and that is her 4th. So a big key for the Lady Bears has been Wabara's play tonight. She now just 1 personal foul away from fouling out. Good look at Courtney Paris. Oklahoma up by 1. 7:49 to go. You're watching Sooner Women's Basketball on the Sooner Sports Network. Welcome back here to Baylor University, and there you see foul trouble. This has been a physical contest this evening. Wabara picking up her 4th foul for Baylor. The Sooners have 4 players with 3. Courtney Paris, Leah Rush, Laura Andrews, and Chelsea Welch.
It's going to be a factor down the stretch here, and with Wabara out of the game. Well, actually, she's not out of the game. She's not out of the game. I was going to say, Baylor does not have a lot of depth in the post, and they bring the freshman Allison in. But really, it's Young and Wabara down low. So I tell you what, the Sooners, I go right at Wabara. Whoever sees guarding, Rush, Paris, whoever, go right at her and make her defend.
Do you like that kind role?
Oklahoma has done such a great job in the second half. First of all, taking care of the basketball. Only 5 turnovers. And Mark, this crowd has been silenced here. Oklahoma has not let Baylor get on any type of runs. They might hit a bucket here and there, but they stop it very quickly, and they have been answering. That's been huge.
Back in a zone for the Sooners. Sherry Cole does not want to see Courtney Paris pick up her 4th foul. Challenge is a shot by Young, and Leah Rush is there to get the rebound. She's trapped underneath the bucket, having a hard time getting out of there, and I think we have a foul on Shamika Scott. Her 1st personal foul of the game, amazingly enough. And the Sooners are in the bonus.
That is a big bucket. Leah Rush is doing the little things. In position. That's not little, but that's her 8th rebound of the game. But down low, once again, great poise. She had 3 Baylor Bears around her. She doesn't get rattled, doesn't turn the ball over.
And she's got her 1st free throw. Now with 8. Playing good defense. 2nd free throw is also good. Sooners now up by 5. It's their largest lead of the game. Tisdale has the basketball up top of the Bears. Labarra, nice pass to Young, but she's quickly double teamed. And it is a jump ball, possession arrow towards the Sooners. Great defense, collapsing inside on the Bears' top gun, Sophia Young.
And really, the home fans don't like that, but that happened because of the pass. Look, she caught the ball at her knees, and when she came up, that's clean. That's a great call by the officials.
Higgins really being pressed by Tisdale. To Ashley Paris, 25 feet away from the hoop.
Chance for the Sooners to take their biggest lead of the game, but they turn it over. Their 6th turnover here in the second half.
Higgins perhaps just rushed that pass a little bit, saw that Paris was open, and threw it before she had full control. 6:42 to go in the game. Oklahoma up 5, 63-58.
The pace of this game has really slowed down the last several minutes, and that plays into the hands of Oklahoma. Oklahoma can run, but not like this Baylor team. In the half-court set, Oklahoma has the better shooters, and they've done a nice job except for that last possession of working it around and getting their good shots or getting fouled.
No reset on the shot clock. It doesn't matter. And a blocking foul is called on Kendra Moore. Sophia Young cut to the basket on the inbounds play. She'll have a 2-shot opportunity coming up. Young's statistics are just eye-popping. Who can forget last year beating the Sooners with 1 second in the game on a 17-foot jump shot? Looks like we can have just as dramatic a finish here tonight.
She had 28 points this year against Texas A&M. She, as we mentioned, leads the Big 12 in scoring. She's 3rd in rebounding, field goal percentage, 11th in the nation in scoring. I mean, she's all over the stat books.
The Bears are 11 of 18 from the free throw line. Any close game, you have to examine those costly freebies.
And now Baylor in a zone.
And it forces a turnover. Look at Tisdale behind her back. 3-on-1. Morrow to Wabara, and Kendra Moore fouls Wabara. She'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, they're calling it on Courtney Paris.
I think they did tap Moore. 3rd personal foul on Moore.
Well, they're flashing up.
Let's look at it one more time.
They're calling Courtney Paris from behind. Oh, no, they just changed it. That is a break.
That is a break for Oklahoma. 6:13 to go. You do not want to see your star go to the bench, although Kendra Moore has played some quality minutes here tonight. Wabara's free throw is no good. So the Bears are closing in on about a 50% mark tonight at the line. Better arc on the second, and the Bears are back within 3 here, 63-60.
Now the home crowd is on its feet. Oklahoma has had a couple empty possessions the last couple times down. Baylor in the zone defense. I like the way both coaches are switching it up.
Tough shot from Leah Rush, and a terrible call. Sherry Cole falls to her knees. There was not much contact on that. Leah Rush has picked up her 4th on a charge, and Patty, I do not agree with this at all.
Well, take a look. On the baseline, it's a floater. You know, that's a tough call.
Ball was well out of her hands when the contact was made.
Right.
No advantage was gained on that possession, and Ashley Paris has just picked up a foul on Sophia Young's shot, and she'll go to the free throw line. And Baylor has been making a living here, been sent to the stripe in the last 3 possessions.
Well, as physical as this game has been, we knew it was going to come down the stretch to this. It's going to be fouls, who's in foul trouble, who's fouling out, who's going to the line and making their shots.
Second free throw for Baylor. 22 points for Sophia Young.
Oklahoma has been to the stripe 14 times. And that was the 10th rebound for Courtney Paris. And another double-double. Her 16th of the year.
The Bears are back in a 2-3 zone, except Scott is really pressuring, trying to stay with Higgins. They've got Higgins. Courtney Paris left alone on the block down there with Young. It's no good. Shot clock sounds, but the Sooners had hit iron. Here comes Tisdale, quickly going coast to coast, swatted by Courtney Paris. What a block.
Courtney Paris. How about that hustle? Courtney Paris got down the floor, was able to swat the ball. Tisdale, the fastest player on the floor.
No.
Great hustle.
Not in Courtney's lane. Young, no good. 11 boards now for Courtney Paris.
Oklahoma due.
Quick shot, but it was a good look from Leah Rush. Bears with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. 4:39 to go, and you can really feel the tension here in the arena. Look at Kendra Moore get the steal.
That's great defense. Well, Tisdale that time just telegraphing her pass. Everybody in this stadium knew where that was going. Good decision by Leah Rush. Set it back up. Oklahoma running a set play here.
The Bears certainly know where Higgins is on the floor. Good flash by Ashley Paris. Drops it to her sister, and it's not good. And out of bounds, almost saved by the Bears. And here comes Tisdale. It's a 2-on-4. She'll pull it out. That ball just rolling off the rim.
One of the very few misses for Courtney. She's 8 of 11.
Defense has really picked up, and Kendra Moore has just picked up her 4th foul on a push out front against Tisdale. Is a very good free throw shooter. No field goals by either team since the 7-minute mark. It's crunch time in Waco. Sooners 63, Bears 61. This is OU Baylor, presented by Alltel. Leah Rush showed her heart and desire during tonight's game. She is the Integris Heart player with heart. Integris Heart Hospital keeping Oklahoman young at heart. Hitting her only 3 of the night. She's got 9 points, 7 rebounds, and playing with 4 fouls.
And she's got heart because of what she's doing on the defensive end. She has been a warrior down low. Take a look here at the turnovers. Oklahoma, 21 turnovers. Boy, that is going to keep them up at night. 22 points off turnovers. That's what's been keeping Baylor in this ball game. That and fouls. Freebies from the free throw line. They are 14 of 23 from the charity stripe.
Tisdale is the 2nd best free throw shooter in the starting lineup for the Bears, 71%. She's now got 14. Tie ball game. Get comfortable and enjoy an exciting finish here from Waco, Texas tonight.
The crowd is on their feet. Boy, it is loud in here, Mark.
Chelsea Welch into the game along with Higgins, Moore, Rush, and Courtney Paris. Moore penetrates. Has the ball knocked away by Morrow. 10 on the shot clock.
Well, Morrow's just a freshman, but she's 6'2". She's got great size.
Higgins having difficulty inside to Courtney Paris.
Wow. One-on-one, she cannot be stopped. And that's one-on-one. I thought Wabara had a hand on her.
Great composure by Higgins to get that ball in bounds as the 5-second count loomed. 65-63. Scott has been quiet since starting off very hot early. Kick ball off of Welch will reset the shot clock with 3:02 to go in the game. And the new rule this year does not go back to 30 if it is under 15 seconds. Just reset the clock to 15. Tisdale looks for Young off Leah Rush's back, and wild scramble for the ball. The officials are going to talk things over and give it to the Sooners.
Oh! Kim Mulkey-Robinson does not like it. And I didn't see it clear from over here, Mark.
She does not like it at all.
She had a better view than we did, and she didn't like it, but the Sooners will take it. Crunch time here, just under 3 minutes. Sooners with a 2-point lead. Huge possession. Mark, they've got to, at minimum, get a great look at the basket here.
Well, shoots an air ball. Look at Leah Rush go after it, but she just tips it back into Young. This crowd is on its feet here at the Farrell Center.
That's great hustle again by Leah Rush.
Wabara, tough shot, connects over Courtney Paris with those 3 fouls. She's in the double figures with 11.
Well, Wabara and Rush playing against each other. They both got 4 fouls.
Morrow comes over to double Courtney inside. Kinder Moore has a swatter. Tisdale running to Morrow. And a block on Leah Rush, and that will be it for the Sooners junior from Amarillo, Texas. 2:04 to go.
That hurts. And you hate to see that kind of foul. She's running down the floor, and it looked like she lost her balance, but her stats do not show what kind of game she played tonight. And these fans here know how valuable she is. They're thrilled to see her go. Finished with 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Ashley Paris is up off the bench. She'll come in to replace Rush. Ashley has 4 points, 5 rebounds tonight, and 3 fouls of her own. Sherry Cole instructing her to play under control here in a tight game.
Well, every possession right now is magnified. Both teams want to get a look at the basket. And Baylor is in familiar territory right now on the free throw line. They have been there 25 times tonight.
Morrow is a 50% free throw shooter, but she's come up big in the clutch here. Baylor now has the lead. She gets them both. Morrow with 8, 67-65 Baylor.
Oklahoma calling a set.
Inside, Courtney Paris double team. 13 on the shot clock. Moore with a big bucket.
Huge bucket by Kendra Moore. You know, she's done a great job of maintaining composure. They're leaving her wide open. She's not wanting to take too many shots, but every now and then you got to take the shot when you're open, and that's a big bucket.
67 all. 1:25 to go. Young steps through, loses it, gets it back to Wabara, and contact and a block on Ashley Paris, and that will send Wabara to the free throw line.
Well, it's great. This is intense. This is what it's all about. 2 great powers, 2 great programs going at it. Baylor protecting a 25-game home winning streak.
First free throw, no good for Wabara. The Bears have long been in the double bonus. The Sooners not in the double bonus. They are still 1-1 if they're fouled. Wabara does get the second to go, and it's a 1-point lead for Baylor.
Erin Higgins has been quiet of late. It'd be great to free her up.
Oh, in and out. An untimed roll. We're under a minute to play. Good look.
That's a good look. Sherry Cole will take that any day of the week. Erin Higgins, 3 of 6 tonight from behind the arc. Right now, Sooners need a great defensive stand.
Young flashes open on Courtney Paris. Difficult shot, and it is rebounded underneath by Shamika Scott.
Oh, not a good shot by Scott.
The shot clock was running down. Still could have gotten a better look probably, but the shot clock showed 5 seconds.
Oh, I thought that first shot did not hit the rim.
Didn't reset up. Timeout, Oklahoma. 68-67, 31 seconds to go. There's a discrepancy of 5 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. Patty, if you're Oklahoma here, obviously want to be patient with the basketball. Shoot it maybe with about 8 seconds left, and I would assume that Sherry Cole will go for a play drawn up inside to Courtney Paris.
Absolutely. You got to go, you know, and they're going to draw it up so that when the weak side comes to Paris, they're going to get Erin Higgins open. But you're right. They've got to work it down. You want to shoot it with enough
73 to 72. Sophia Young hit an 18-foot jumper with under a second to play to give Baylor the victory. It's been just as close tonight.
Oh, it's been a great, both of these teams have been just gutting it out. Both teams have been making big plays. You have to credit both coaches, I think, have put together great game plans. And I'm interested to see how Baylor is going to guard Courtney Paris here.
Kendra Moore set up, kick ball, and now the Sooners can hold to their heart's content. Although the shot clock has not been reset. Welch breaks free inside to Paris. Looks like she may have walked with the basketball, but no call. Kendra Moore will take the wrong side. What a big shot by Kendra Moore. Not the person you would expect to take the three for the Sooners with 14.6 seconds to go.
That was huge. And I'm not sure what they have not changed the scoreboard.
I think the officials are going to look to see if this was a 3 or a 2, and it indeed was a 3. She was well behind the arc.
How about Kendra Moore has been huge here in the second half. You know, I mean, there's all these great players on the floor. You've got Courtney Paris, you've got Erin Higgins, you've got Chelsea Welch, and Kendra Moore steps up, does not hesitate, takes the big, huge shot. And boy, that is big because Baylor needs a 3 now, and Baylor, not a very good three-point shooting basketball team. 3 of 8 on the night. They started off hot but cooled off on the year. They're a 30% shooting team, and really no one is a huge three-point shooter for this basketball team.
Both coaches wanted to know why we had a stoppage of play, but here it is.
Well, they needed Angela Tisdale is the best shot for Baylor to hit this 3.
Tisdale penetrates and converts with 7 seconds left. Sooners in the open floor. Moore with 3 to shoot. Another 3. It's good. The Sooners with 4/10 of a second left take a 3-point lead here in Waco. They have silenced this huge crowd at the Farrell Center.
Kendra Moore, that is a career-changing 15 seconds for that young lady. 2 huge three-pointers. That will give her confidence. It's going to catapult her throughout this season. Kendra Moore, unbelievable. She shoots 29% from 3 on the year. Has not taken many threes on the year. She's only taken 34 threes. Had just made 10 coming into tonight. Take a look at the first one.
Open hits over the taller player Morrow at 6 feet 2 inches. And in the open floor with 3 seconds to go, it looked good from our perspective all the way. And the Sooners are celebrating here. They have 4/10 of a second to hold off the Baylor Bears. They can close out a 25-game winning streak, but more importantly in the process, they can take command of this Big 12 Conference basketball race.
Nobody is going to catch the Sooners. Nobody's going to catch the Sooners in the Big 12 right now. This is a huge road game. It's not going to get any tougher than this. Baylor is going to finish second in the league this year. They're going to continue rolling. I tell you what, this game could have gone either way. Give both teams credit for a well-fought battle, but Kendra Moore with the 2 huge buckets to finish them off.
They've moved the time back to 8/10 of a second from 4/10, so the Bears have 4/10 of a second more. And really, the only thing you can do here is look for a lob pass down around the 3-point line.
To tip. There's only enough time to tip. There's not enough time to do anything else.
It is irrelevant. Erin Higgins steals the pass, and the Sooners win it tonight here in Waco by a final of
Hirsch
70. What a great game, and perhaps a little redemption for last year's heartbreaking loss at the buzzer in Norman to Baylor. Sherry Cole offers her congratulations to the Bears. These 2 teams will meet again back in Norman later on in the season, and what a great game that should be. But Oklahoma gets the victory tonight, 73-70 on Maddox. 3-point shots from Kendra Moore. The junior from Ardmore hit with 14 seconds, and she hit under a second to play to give Oklahoma the victory here, 73-70.
And how about this 25-game win streak here at home for Baylor spanning the last 2 years. In the Farrell Center, Kim Mulkey-Robinson team's 89%.
And we have a very happy head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners here with us right now, Sherry Cole, victorious.
Oh my goodness, did you draw that up, Kendra Moore? Who would have guessed the 2 huge threes down the stretch?
Oh my God, they were huge. They were absolutely huge. And I tell you, Patty, this is why you schedule games and you play non-conference opponents like we've played. We were in this situation against Ohio State, and we didn't really execute very well down the stretch. We practiced it a lot since then, executed with poise and patience. Kendra looked like she wanted that shot all the way down the floor.
She really did.
She's going to be remembered for those 2 back-to-back threes, Sherry, but she came in and changed the tempo of this game defensively.
Yeah, she really did. She's scrappy and she's quick, and she flew around, did a great job of touching the basketball, maybe not making a steal, but touching the ball and changing the flight of things. And just our poise, I thought, was awesome. I thought Courtney got beat up all night long and really kept her poise and stayed focused. And Ashley came in and made a couple of real aggressive attacks to the basket. And even when she didn't score, it's that aggressive attack that makes them rethink how they guard us on that end. So I thought her minutes were huge as well.
What did you talk about at halftime? You looked like a different team in the second half. I mean, you struggled with foul trouble the entire first half, and you did in the second half, but you still played aggressive, like you said, and with poise.
Yeah, I thought in the first half that we got shocked a little by their athleticism, by their speed, and by this crowd and this environment. Not where we were rocked off our heels. We stayed in the game, but we got shocked a little, and they got every loose ball. They got every long rebound. Those were the things we talked about. Halftime, we said, look, they're taking risks when we throw the ball to Courtney. They're taking risks. Execute with poise. We don't care if we score with 6 on the shot clock. Doesn't matter if they're 2 on the shot clock. Keep after it, keep cutting, keep moving the basketball, and most importantly, keep rebounding.
This is a Baylor team that's second in the conference in offense behind you, Sherry, but you put them on lockdown the last 8 minutes of the game. I think they only had maybe 3 field goals the last 8 minutes of the contest. To do that to a team in their home gym, is that as good a defense as your team's played this year?
We were pretty good down the stretch, and I tell you, they're volatile offensively. It helped us get into the free throw line a little so we could set some defensive changes, know where we were going to be, and try to keep them off balance. And I thought the zone did slow them down a little bit. They took some shots that weren't really in rhythm, and that's one of the reasons you use that is to change the flow of the game. They got really comfortable in the first half, and getting to the free throw line gave us an opportunity to make them uncomfortable.
And Sherry, you had 21 turnovers. I didn't have a chance to look at the stats. That's probably, of course, your season high, maybe of the last couple
of
years.
Oh, no, you haven't seen us enough, Patty.
But how about that? 21 turnovers, and you on the road, you're able to come back and get a win. I mean, how huge is that? That's 21 times. You don't even get a look at the basket.
Yeah, to beat anybody turning it over 21 times is something, particularly to beat Baylor on their home floor. And we talked about that at halftime. I tell you, I said, look how far we're down. What are we down, 4? And we've given them 12 more possessions. They had 14 points off of our turnovers in the first half. We don't do that. We're up 10 going in.
Right.
So better care in the basketball in the second half. Our turnovers were those aggressive ones for the most part, except for Higgins' little strip over there. But we'll talk about that one later.
Well, we wish you a safe trip home tonight, and I think there will be a little bit of applause on the Sooners bus when they pass Ardmore tonight in honor of Kendra Moore.
That 5-hour bus ride just got a whole lot more fun.
Congratulations,
right.
Congratulations,
guys.
Sooners are 15-4 on the season, and they're now 5-0 on the Big 12 Conference season. There you see the final. Sooners fans rewarded with a victory tonight here in Waco. This is OU Baylor, presented by Altel.